Hey everybody, welcome to another video, and in this one we are going to be talking about some details that we have gotten from PAX so far. So there's not actually very many details about Assassin's Creed Origins that we've got from PAX, which is to some people disappointing, but to me it makes sense. They've shown us a lot of the game already. They don't want to show us too much because then it suddenly hinders the quality of the game and our experience when we play it. So let's begin going over what we have learned. So before we go over the details from PAX, let's talk about this first. According to user JawRaptor on the Assassin's Creed subreddit, he apparently spoke with Ashraf Ismail, who teased that there would be a special vendor that sells elite stuff in the game, but didn't go into specific detail because there's a narrative background to this. So basically, Assassin's Creed Origins has a Leonardo da Vinci equivalent. So I can imagine this playing out like how Leonardo worked in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, maybe with a bit of a twist to it. So they'd show up at some point in the story, they might be important in the story for a bit, but after a certain point they'd tell you that if you can find them, they will sell you some interesting stuff, and then suddenly they're no longer relevant to the story, but they might turn up later. However, they do have places in the world where you can meet them and buy stuff from them. However, whatever you think that's all about, please do let me know in the comments section. Now, moving on to the information from PAX, we actually do have some story info to begin with. So, at the beginning of the game, Bayek leaves his hometown of Siwa to Alexandria, where he meets Aya, who's there for different reasons. That's just a little bit of detail on top of what we already know. We know that Aya will be introduced fairly towards the start of the game. However, before now I thought that Aya would be in Siwa at the same time as Bayek at the start, so I'd imagine that it means that you'd start in Siwa, you'd go do this quest, and then you'd come back and the massive event that happens in Siwa that we know about will happen, and then the rest of the story will transpire from there. That's what I think is going to happen anyway. Furthermore, we know that Aya is also on a journey to find out what happened in Siwa at the beginning of the game. However, her journey is different. Now, we know that Aya will be playable in Assassin's Creed Origins, so I'd imagine this means that we'll be doing things as Aya that we wouldn't be doing as Bayek. Moving on, at some point in the story we will get to experience the Siege of Alexandria, where Bayek and Caesar are being chased through the city of Alexandria, which we have a screenshot of here. I'd assume that there are other historical events that occur throughout the story of Assassin's Creed Origins and maybe in the odd side quest as well, but what those events are is still unknown. But if you know the history of the period, you could probably guess. But I've always seen throwing a little bit of history and historical event in there as pretty important to Assassin's Creed's base formula. I feel as if Assassin's Creed Syndicate really struggled for this, so hopefully there are at least a few historical events in Assassin's Creed Origins. Moving on from story details, NASA collaborated with Ubisoft to provide satellite images which help craft the world of the game. Now, I do believe that Egypt has changed a lot considering that it's got a desert there, so things have been buried over time and so on and so forth. So using satellite images, they can find what's been buried in, etc., and craft a historically accurate ancient Egypt. Which means that we'll probably learn a few things while we play Assassin's Creed Origins about ancient Egypt's history. Another piece of information that was given is that multiple references and callbacks will connect the game to previous entries in the franchise. This is good because I do feel as if Assassin's Creed Origins needs to connect to the previous games in at least some way. I mean, the modern day has to link up to previous games for one, but other references and callbacks would be interesting to see as well. How they'll work is still unknown, but we'll have to wait and see. And to top it all off with a little bit of random, Ubisoft are collaborating with Monster energy drinks. And this is what we know according to Ubisoft's official site. Assassin's Creed Origins launches on October the 27th, but you can jump on building your inventory thanks to a partnership between Ubisoft and Monster Energy. Starting September the 1st, purchasing collectible Assassin's Creed Origins co-branded Monster Energy 24-ounce cans, 4 packs or 10 packs, will get you a code that you can redeem for in-game cash, animal or world resources for crafting, or even one of 4 exclusive weapons you won't find during normal play. The Dustbiter Sword, the Blunt Face Breaker, the Scepter of or the Rainbow, a predator bow with first-person viewpoint that makes it ideal for sniping. The program will run from the 1st of September to December the 31st, and the codes will be redeemable until the 18th of March 2018. Now I'm going to give this a miss because I really do not like energy drinks. Really, they're not good for you, and if you're going to be sitting here playing Assassin's Creed for 12 hours straight, not moving very much, they're incredibly bad for you. So I don't get it. I don't get why they've done this collaboration, but whatever. Money, right? From a business perspective, it makes sense. However, I'm not gonna, you know, sacrifice my health just to get 4 exclusive weapons and some extra money, you know? I'm not gonna do it. But if you want to, go for it. But there you have it. There wasn't really that much information to go off this video, as you can tell. Some of it was just going over what we already know with a little bit of more detail to it. Some of it was new and fresh. But all in all, a lot of people are quite disappointed by the minor information load so far, but I personally understand it. We've seen enough of the game at this point to be satisfied that we want to get it. We've seen enough marketing, but it's time for them to chill out and just let us hype up the game with what we already know. They understand that now, that's perfectly fine. But I do think there is still more information to come, and Ubisoft can't help themselves when it comes to information. They love to pump it out with their games. But obviously they do not want to ruin the entire experience and just give us all the information so there's nothing new to find out when we play the game. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead, leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, let your friends know about this video on the channel. Let me know what you think down in the comment section, and I will see you all very soon with another video at some point.